You know, young Jessie, like 3 or 4 years ago, would be so shocked that we are at this point, but let's do a 3K Q&A. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie, and today I'm here to do a 3K Q&A. Funny enough, I think the last time I did a Q&A is when I hit 300 subscribers, and let me just tell you, that was a huge deal to me. So now to say that we've added an extra 0 at the end, mind blown. Before we get into the videos, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you guys for either watching, hitting the thumbs up, subscribing. It truly does mean a lot to me. I love being here on YouTube and just like connecting with you guys and just chatting and sharing content. It's really one of my favorite things I do, and I just want to say thank you. Also, if you're new here, feel free to hit subscribe. All right, so I asked over on my community tab as well as Instagram, like, questions for you guys to ask in honor of, you know, celebrating 3,000 subscribers, and so I figured we would kind of go through those and I would answer. And I haven't seen any of these questions, so you may get some first reactions from me. First question is, what is your day job, if you're willing to share? So I do work in a certain field where I don't really feel comfortable sharing that to like the general public. Like I have told some of my really close friends here on YouTube what I do, but just for like the general public, I don't really feel comfortable sharing that, but I can kind of give you a little bit of a glimpse. So I have been with my current job for almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in April, and I have evolved so much throughout this career. But if you wanted to know specifically like what I do, I am a manager in the financial field. So that's really all I really feel comfortable sharing, just because, you know, there are some weirdos out there. Also, I don't really want to share like the company I work for or anything like that, just because I've seen too much information revealed and it's gotten people in trouble. Next question says, what is your reading life story? Did you read as a kid or get into it when you were older? So I would definitely say as a kid, I was very much into reading, but it wasn't like the biggest priority for me. Like I was just, you know, an average kid, but I did really enjoy reading. Funny enough, actually reading and writing was actually one of my least favorite subjects in school, and I struggled a lot with that. But growing up, I had a mom who was so into reading. She read a lot of like Stephen King's, which actually you can't really see it, but like the whole bottom shelf right here is all of her Stephen King books that she has given me. She's not really into reading anymore, but those are all of mine now, so I really treasure those just because they are a piece of my mom. But I'm trying to get her back into reading, but she's now into movies now. But growing up, I loved reading. I would always want to go to the library. I got into like thrillers and horror and like typical teenage things. And then as I became like an older teenager and wanted to be an adult, I just did not find that joy anymore. And then I would say probably around like 2011, 2012, like admittedly 50 Shades of Grey came out. I started reading a lot of romances. Then I would say in like 2017, 2018, that's when I started getting back into reading. And then I found out that people on YouTube were reading and posting videos, kind of consumed my life a little bit. And then I was just like, I want to do that. So there's my reading history. All right, the next question is actually from my friend Jordan. She said, what is one book you will never ever read, no matter how much hype it gets or how often it gets recommended to you? I'm gonna say anything with wings. Whether it's dragons, fairies, or fae. And I feel so bad because I know people out there love and rave about these books, but I am just not a fantasy reader. If it's got wings or if it's got a tail, it's probably not for me, dog. So, oh, this is a sweet question. Tell us how you and Gwen met for the first time, both online and offline. So if you didn't know, Gwen is actually another one of my YouTube friends, and we actually met online through a mutual friend, and you know, we were both really good friends with this other person, and then me and her just kind of connected more without that friend, and our friendship just kind of blossomed. But I distinctly remember one summer where I hadn't heard from her in a while, and it kind of bothered me, and so I reached out to her, and that's just where we like really connected as really good friends and kind of blossomed. And then, you know, the two of us kind of brought in other people like Jordan and Lena, who we were already friends with in general, but I feel like we just kind of like brought in each other even closer. And then we added Summer, and the Fab Five, y'all, I'm just saying. But Gwen and I actually found out that we both live in the same state. Like, she's only like 3.5 to 4 hours away from me, and we've met up several times. I visited her, she's came and visited me and brought Jordan with her. Like, it's just like, I just really treasure my friendship with Gwen and treasure my friendship with Jordan and Lena and Summer. I know they weren't really mentioned in the question versus with Gwen, but like, I have solidified my best friends here on YouTube, and I just absolutely love it. It's funny how growing up, you know, adults told you don't talk to people on the internet. Like, it's crazy, it's scary, but I do find some beauty out of it, because I have really found some lifelong friends here on this platform, whether it's like the Fab Five or other friendships. And so I just really think that fate has brought my friends and I together, and like through those friendships I have met other people through those friendships too, and the booktube community is just magical. All right, the next question says, what is your preference, Audible, Kindle, or physical book? I would say out of all three, audio is the one that always sticks out. I can read a book physically and I can read a book on my Kindle, but the audio, it just makes everything 10 times better. So, but my go-to is to read it physically with the audiobook. Oh my gosh, Faith, not a question, but I think your hair looks amazing here. Thank you so freaking much. What inspired you to create a booktube channel and an online book club? So this is so embarrassing, and I'm pretty sure all of the evidence is gone, but I really got into makeup and like the beauty guru phase. We've all been there, okay? So I really like creating videos. It's actually one of my favorite like hobbies, like outside of reading. Luckily I get to like combine those two, but let's be honest, I'm not that good at like hair and makeup. So I've always kind of struggled. I've like started beauty channels, I took them down, and it just never really worked out. And then I got into like planning content with like Erin Condren's and stickers and stuff like that. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen that too. But then when I got into reading, and then I found out there was more on YouTube with the book community, that's where I was like, yes, this is where I belong. And then as far as an online book club, I'm going to be completely transparent. Like, I felt like I kind of wanted something that made me stood out, and I wanted something that I controlled and managed, but I also wanted to like connect with other readers on a deeper level. And so I was just like, let me just do a book club, like virtually, online, and it's been such a success. This one is from Gwen, and she says, what creator have you been dying to collab with? Oh my gosh, who? I honestly don't know. Honestly, I've been feeling so content with the people that I do collaborate with, like the Fab Five and like all my other friends like Keisha and like everyone that's been a co-host on my book club. I have been so thrilled and honored to have collaborated with. But as far as like someone I've never collaborated with, we're just gonna shoot for the moon here. I'm gonna say Taylor Swift. I mean, she is a creator of music. What author would you die to interview for Sleep When I'm Dead? Oh my gosh, these are such good questions. An author I would die to like interview, I would say Riley Sager. Like, he's like one of my go-tos. Definitely Riley Sager. Oh gosh, let me look. Definitely, I would say Jennifer Hillier, because I feel like she would be really interesting to talk to. Riley Sager, and then let me give one more just in case. I'm gonna say Kirsten Modglin. just because I have watched Gwen interview her for her podcast, and like she just seems like a hoot and a half, and I would love to chat with her. What's the cringiest thing you've ever put on social media? My whole beauty guru phase. But you can't find that, and if you do, please delete that. What's an embarrassing thing you've done and never told anyone? An embarrassing thing I've done but never told anyone. I have honestly no clue. I feel so bad not giving an answer. Like, I can think of embarrassing things I've done, but I have told people about it. Yeah, I honestly don't have an answer. I'm so sorry. What's the weirdest thing you've done in public? The weirdest thing I've ever done in public? Probably weird to other people, but like if you know me, like if you really know me, I have no shame. But that would probably be like, I would say 2 things. Vlogged in public, because it's weird. It's weird when you see someone like this talking to a camera. It is weird, but I get it. But also probably just like random dancing, like... I mean, you may find that weird, but it's normal to me. All right, dream vacation, and what book would you bring with you to read on it? I would love to, definitely something with the ocean, definitely. I would love to like go to like Italy or Greece and like on a yacht. And there is a book that comes out, I think this year, that would be perfect for that vacation. It's called The Main Character by Jacqueline Goldis, I think. I believe that's the title. It sounds really good, and it sounds like it'd be perfect for like a Mediterranean vacation. Summer's asking, pink or orange? Orange, ma'am. Orange. Lena asked, what has been your least favorite Sleep When I'm Dead pick? I've actually only DNF'd one, and that would be The Family by Louise Jensen, I believe. And I just didn't really like this book, and I think I realized, like, as I was reading it, I discovered I don't really like cults in fiction. So I would say that would be my least favorite because I DNF'd it, and after I talked with the co-host, I was like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't read that. What has been your all-time favorite Sleep When I'm Dead pick? Oh my gosh, y'all, these are hard. Okay, oh my gosh, what are my all-time favorite Sleep When I'm Dead picks? Okay, I know this is gonna be like a hot take, but the first one that pops up to me is You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose, because it was so like polar opposites of opinions, but I just had so much fun reading this one and talking about all the cringiness there is. And then I'm definitely gonna have to say all of the books that I had an author interview with. So that would be Lucinda Berry. We read Off the Deep End. Then there's Samantha Downing. We read A Twisted Love Story. And then there's Andrea Bartz. We read The Spare Room. And then we have Ashley Winstead, who I got to meet in person and got to have her interview. And we read Midnight's the Darkest Hour. So I would say those 5. It says one has to go: wine, coffee, or water. I'm gonna have to go with wine. And just because like I love coffee too much and I love water. So, and I can drink other forms of alcohol. So this question says, do you have any upcoming secret plans for 2024? I actually do. I'm not going to share what they are, but you should probably mark your calendar for March 1st. Thank you so much for all the questions that were submitted, and thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help support my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest